Today or
Buddy, I am riding a high this morning, and
oh,
I will tell you why.
tell us
But
why.
first, but first, I think I'm talking to Andrew,
And I'm responding to Josh.
and together we are
Dads.
dads who
Let me
swing.
swing. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
so I'm riding a high.
Yeah.
You want to know why? I got to experience some of those what we call them, like maybe uh, just benefits of the kettlebell workouts, and more specifically the ones that we've been challenging each other to, like these last few weeks, where we do little sprints. Like you have your assault bike, I got the tread max, which is a bit cooler than the elliptical traditionally. Kind of like elliptical versus like stepper type combo. And I just went for a 5K this morning and had an unreal time compared to what I thought I'd be. Right, like I was running low 5 minutes, like 5:08 kilometers, and I haven't ran in probably a month. So big benefit there. Definitely going to keep at it.
And I mean, a 508 running fast in the winter is different than running fast in the summer because in the summer you're not worried about hitting some ice or dodging snow.
Yeah, it's right here. I'm out there just risking my life just to see if kettlebells are working for me.
Well, it's just one of those like your times are invariably going to be slower in the winter because there's like this
Yeah,
precaution step, right?
and I was out there at 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
Right,
that's the other part where it's like, oh, I run faster than a 508. Yeah, well, how fast are you at 4 o'clock in the morning?
on February 3rd.
Yeah, with the ice, it's probably what minus 15, minus 20.
I can't brag about it that hard today, buddy, because it was like -1/0. I'll go with zero. I'll even top it up to zero, but still,
Oh,
it
is that
was.
why? Is that why you ran? Because you saw the forecast and you're like, look, this is probably my only day to run in the next couple of weeks. I better get out there and do something.
That is 100% true. That is literally why I did that this morning. I was like, last night I was like, what do I do? What do I want to do before I go and have a chat with my buddy Andrew? And looked at the weather, like, bingo, there it is.
There it is. Nice little, like a special treat, a special winter treat for you.
You know what? Just to celebrate Groundhog Day, belated Groundhog Day. Yesterday was Groundhog Day. What did I think the Ontario guys they see their shadow or not?
Man, I can't tell you how little I care about the groundhogs or the weather forecast. So I don't. I
Well, I love it because it's either they either see their shadow or they don't, which is
yeah.
fine. I mean, it's February, so it's always a great day, but it's like 6 more weeks of winter or 6 weeks until spring. It's wait a minute.
Has anyone ever asked? Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's just a big TV made for TV event.
Or it's just something to get that we used to get us through the dark times, right? Like back when winters just used to be dreary and dark all the time. Just talk to our parents; they'll tell us, right, just how bad it was.
I think I vividly remember my mood hinging on what Wyerton Willie said.
Love Wired and Willie.
It was a big, and then they would, again, going back to school closures over the radio, it would be a radio announcement. It would be the CBC Canada or whatever it was. And Wyerton Willie has seen a shadow and whatever that means, or didn't see a shadow. But I mean, does anyone ever ask Wyerton Willie what kind of pressure he feels?
I mean, the obvious response and answer to that one is no. He's a groundhog. But do you ever think he's like, how come I can't be a normal groundhog? Like all my other friends just come out and it's fine. I come out, there's a big news crew around me. What do they want? What do
But
they want from me?
I think groundhogs are also, classified as pests. I don't think farmers take kindly to them, so I guess he's on the protected list a little bit.
Yeah, no one's like, wait a second. Let's just check and see if he's seen his shadow yet.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
hired. He's hired
we
a
got
lot.
Balzac Billy out here.
Do you? Okay, less endearing of a name.
No, it's Balzac with a Z.
Not like any other town. They just decided that they showcase the groundhog in Balzac. I guess. Like, come on.
they're like they're looking at the map. Where should we go? Where should we go?
Yes.
Bingo.
Now that we're, this was coordinated by some by some sicko, because if we're talking Willie and Balzac, like, come on.
Puxatawny, like you could easily just bastardize that name too.
How
Puxatawny Phil.
do you know, Josh? How do you know all these drugs?
I'm into groundhogs. All right, what can I say? Big fan of groundhogs.
What's the Puxatawny American? Is that like somewhere in New York or PA?
Yeah, I think it's like Philadelphia or something.
Okay, so great segue because I'm in Philadelphia right now, and,
Stop it, guys.
and
That was organic. I need people to understand that was 100% organic.
a session I really enjoyed, a segment I really enjoyed from our talk last week was testing you on capitals. I already know you're probably not going to get this, but what is the capital of Pennsylvania?
I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Not a bad guess. I'll give you a second guess.
Philadelphia.
Neither.
Come on, come on.
Random city in the middle of the states called Harrisburg.
You set me up on that one. Who knows
I,
that?
I do, but I mean, I also don't know the different groundhogs, so
You
I
know
guess
what? We each have our strengths.
yeah, we both have our list of what we know and what we don't
Oh,
know.
dude, something really cool happened to me yesterday at my daughter's dance. Had a fellow dance dad come up and talk to me about being very very sore from doing one of his first few kettlebell workouts from listening to us.
Hell yeah, good for him.
Hmm. Yeah, he was talking about he specifically wanted to mention the core ones that he did. I'm like, oh yeah, but I hate doing core specific kettlebells because it feels like it's more effort than the full body ones. So I'd rather just get like the secondary benefit and just work on the big muscle groups.
Well, what was he doing? The windmills or the chops or like the Turkish get-ups or even like I guess the Russian twist kind of thing with the kettlebell? What specifically?
Yeah, I know specifically it was like near the end, like he was doing like a 10-minute one or an 11-minute or
Ooh,
12-minute, whatever it was.
yeah.
Um, and part of the planking ones with it, I think, was what was starting to destroy him. He was saying, I'm like, yeah, I get it. So I don't know whether that was the pull through or the push forward and back or just the traditional plank part of it. Like that's it's a good burner at the end of one, that's for sure.
I find yeah, no, that's a great point. I find the core exercises specifically almost I don't feel anything in the first two reps. I'm like, oh, I'm just using muscle group here. Like I'm using my lats or I'm using my chest for this. And then
Cards or
like
yeah.
yeah, by 5 and 6, I'm like, oh, I have no juice left. I'm this is all core. Oh my god, this is hard. And then yeah, you put it down after whatever rep scheme you're doing, and it's like, holy smokes, there it is.
Or my favorite part is when you wake up, you're in throughout the middle of the night. It's like 3:30, 4 in the morning, and you go to like move over, like move around to the other side, and you're just like, oh no, what is my core is so sore right now.
You're laying down and you give a big sneeze,
Oh.
or a belly.
you just realign your entire like upper body.
Yeah, I gotta twist it. I gotta break it off somewhere.
No, it was, but that's awesome though. I love hearing that from people. Right, I've had a couple of dad friends come up and just be like, you know what, like these are in, but I don't think we're in a cult regarding it. I don't know, but I don't know if you're in a cult, if you know that you're in a cult, but
We wouldn't want to tell
I,
people we're in a cult. Look, I'm not right away, but eventually we let them figure it out. I think.
but are we ourselves in a cult? Like, are these kettlebells? Is that what this is? I don't think so.
No, I'm pretty agnostic to like whose workouts I'll follow and whose advice I'll follow. But maybe
Hmm.
we're our own cult.
I always knew it amount to something, so I feel like. Oh my gosh! What else? What are you doing down in Philadelphia? What do you? How much longer are you on the road?
A couple more days. I mean, it's just this time of year plus the new role. Like it's kind of travel intensive. Right? I feel like I'll be hitting the road pretty hard until August. And I think it entails more than my last role too. But yeah, right into it. Like obviously, big week last week in touring around the New Yorks, and then we went right into double party over the weekend. And I had a panic yesterday. My alarm went off at 3:30,
Yeah.
and I thought I got up, but I didn't. and I woke up
No.
4:30, which was 30 minutes after I needed to leave for the airport, which which was already a tough. I was giving myself a tight window because I'm like, I'll be fine. It's early. But yeah, pretty stressful just getting down to the airport and making it to my gate, but I got here okay. So had a good day. Had a good day.
So I remember us having a vivid conversation about how both of us like enjoyed being on time, and then we have children, and we have to kind of put that in the back of our mind. You have the opportunity to revisit the punctuality days, Andrew. Don't be doing this, man. You
I
don't be
know.
doing that.
I know. I'm gonna just chalk it up to spending a lot of time in the car last week, and then spending a lot of time in the car over the weekend. And my body was like, "No, man, you don't need to, you don't need to go on this trip." And I was almost sabotaging myself that way too. So
Or you could just look at it as you're subconsciously, missing being around your kids and being perpetually late, even though you start getting them ready even earlier than you normally would. That's subconsciously you just miss home right now, is what that was, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I definitely did not need the added stress of that though, because I did have a day after I landed here, so I was like, I could I could have done without the cortisol spikes between the hours. Or like Josh, I think my I woke up again at 4:20 and I was out my door. Luckily, I'd done a lot of stuff the night before, but I was out my door by like 4:29, and I had to still get gas because on the way home the gas station was blocked.
No.
Dude, on the way home the gas station was blocked off. I couldn't get in,
Ugh.
and I was like, man, I'm feeling silly now because I'm pumping gas at 4:35, and I still got like an hour to get there. But yeah, it was
What do
tight.
they say? What do they say? Like the millennial parents, the I'll get gas in the morning. It was just like I'll do
I
my
never,
homework in the morning before
I
school.
I never leave gas for the morning. That's not my MO. But this time I was like, I just couldn't get in the gas station. Like I think they were pumping gas because there was a truck on one, and then someone was getting towed, and like it was just the pumps were blocked, so you couldn't do it.
There's a lot happening, a lot of action
But
happening there.
dude, I even went home and had to look. I'm like, our gas station's 24 hours, just because I was concerned I wouldn't be able to get it at 4 o'clock in the morning. But they are. In case you're wondering, they are 24 hours. They have to be. I think legally they have to be, right? And it totally makes sense.
It would make sense, 100%. I mean, small towns, we still like out here, we shut down. Like there's in some of the surrounding communities, the gas stations aren't open 24 hours here.
Not even
Maybe
like
the pumps are though.
pay. I
Maybe
was
the
gonna say
pumps are.
pay the pumps. Yeah, yeah, not the actual gas station itself. Like you can't go in and buy your beef jerkies and Monster Energies, but you should be able. I think you have to be able to pay at the pump, just like a safety thing. No.
Yeah. I love it because some people would think that gas station talk is absolutely terrible, but any dad listening is like, this is good to know. These are this is nice to listen to.
Because of the amount of time I'm on the road, been on the road recently, I've come to love what you can buy at a gas station.
Really. Always good hats, I find. Especially small town America. You're gonna find some good hats in there.
Yeah, and you're gonna find some good cardboard T-shirts too, like $10 T-shirts that you put on, and it's like immediately pulls you forward. It's so heavy, like you can't put it in your dryer because it might dent it.
Immediately
that,
pulls you forward, but pulls you back progressive wise.
yeah, that's those shirts get wet. You put them in the dryer, they're just too heavy. It'll just like not made to be put, meant to be air dried, like your fine all your fine clothing.
While you're on the road, though, have you been watching any good TV, or do you not have time to watch movies when you're at the hotel room? Like you getting back late?
I can't. No, I'm pretty good. I got a pretty good routine going down. Mornings, I'll wake up, do my readings, do my journals. Then I have like taken like a couple like little courses, so I'll try to chew off like 20, 30 minutes of those courses. But,
Nice.
I like hitting yoga in the morning if I'm on the road, just so I'm like, depending on how long I'm in the car, just get some prehab in, let's call it.
Yep.
Uh,
Ooh.
gen- yeah. Then generally, I try to get to the hotel, or I'm not trying, but I usually get to the hotel between 5 and 7. Um, One thing I like doing, Josh, and I think this is a big travel hack for people, is if they're on the road for work for a week or so and they're moving, go to a grocery store. Go to a grocery
Mm.
store, get a case of waters, get your fruits, so I'm like a big banana, apple, orange guy. And then I
Yeah.
get like a pack of granola bars. Actually, you know what else I like too is like the canned coffees. Or this time I got those Celsius drinks because I'm feeling a little
Hmm.
fancy, feeling like an
Ooh, well,
influencer.
look at you.
Yeah, maybe a little culty. I don't know. Who knows? So I'll have like a car snack after my last meeting. Get to the hotel, check in, change, go work out for an hour, like 50 minutes kind of thing. And then I'm having a late supper, so like 7, 8 o'clock supper, and then just kind of winding down. I've checked off the big boxes of me time, of workout, development, reflection, and then I don't have the guts to just watch a movie.
Well, I did just watch like recently. I watched a really fun like action movie that it's just like like one that has no basis in reality that would ever happen, but just the action in it,
What
like
is it?
is it's Wrecking Crew with Jason Momoa
Mm.
and Bautista. It was just fun, right? It's one of those ones that the iconic dad watching like an action movie that is just fun, and
Yeah.
like the fight scenes would be like an '80s style where it's like just outrageous stuff, but it's just so good and it's just
Mm.
funny, right? Just good personalities. Jason Momoa just seems like a guy that you could hang out with too.
I like watching those kind of movies because then I kind of feel like a bit of a superhero. I want to become a superhero. I want to be the best version of myself that would get me invited to be part of the wrecking crew.
It just reminds me. It just makes me like that whole like, hey, when I'm in chaos, I want to be calm. I want to be the calm guy that's cracking wise, right?
Mm,
When the world around you is falling apart,
yeah, that's important. And I'm just going back to
but
yesterday
also
at the airport where they made me open my oversized case, and I was like, I got my flight's gonna board in like 10 minutes, and you're making
that's
me open
insane.
the case before. I was like, all right, let's open it. And it's this weird saying I have, and it's made off of exercises, but it's smooth is fast and fast is
Yeah,
smooth, and so
yeah,
anytime I'm in a rush to do stuff, and it's built off doing thrusters. You know how awful thrusters are.
yeah,
So when I do thrusters, I just want to get that weight off me as fast as possible.
yeah.
And
And you're
so
just so you just went through it. Now, was it a regional airport or was it a big one?
it was Pearson.
Oh, yeah, that's tight, man. That's tough.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, okay. And then I got to security, and I didn't have the pre-check on stamped on my ticket. And there's no one in the regular line. And this girl's like, "Oh, hold on a second. I just got to go talk to him." I'm like, "Look, just tell me where to go." Like I'm going, I don't care. I'll take my shoes off if I have to, but like I need to go now.
You
But
were
again,
an absolute mess tomorrow or yesterday.
oh, just in the morning, and then I got on the plane, and it was like, "Okay, we're good. We're here. We're fine."
Yeah,
I just didn't
yeah.
want to miss
Start
the
reviewing
flight.
your tasks.
Yeah, yeah. There was no Wi-Fi on the plane, so you know, first world problems. But I wasn't the
That's
longest.
tough.
Yeah, it was like an hour, so I was like, "Hey, just chill out, do some reading stuff." But what was the question?
The question was, well, I think we were talking about dad action movies, right? And then the yeah, common chaos and cracking wise for me, and you just want to be just handling it.
Yeah, just handle your shit, and if it's not going to plan, just move as fast, just get through it. Right? That's what you got to do. You wanted to talk about a couple things. What do we want to talk about today?
One of the things I wanted to talk about was social media with our kids and what your thoughts are, and if you and when you see is a good time to let your kids be on like playing on your phone, we'll say, or their iPad or tablet. Because we have a pretty hard and fast rule, and I just want to see what your thoughts are on it.
Okay. Oh, I mean, we don't really have a hard fast rule. Screen time is something we try to limit for sure, based off of feel, and then obviously, like right now, big man's not feeling too hot because of the parties,
Yeah,
so probably getting a bit more screen time than he would normally. I notice a difference on days that we're too busy for screen time. You know, his
Hmm.
demeanor and his mood versus days that he's watched a lot of screens, and it's like he's kind of more cranky. So we
Yeah.
try to avoid it where possible. You know, sometimes it is done out of necessity. So if my wife's alone and she's got to put the baby down, she'll she'll give him like a game to play, kind of thing. You know, where she's like, okay, I need to know he's right here and not doing anything crazy. So that'll kind of keep him busy with that.
Hmm.
Yeah, how about you?
I hear like it's usually out of survival, right? So for us, for sure, it's like if we're in doing a long car ride, even like she's not on like on her phones or anything. Airplane is completely different, right? Because I'm also thinking of everybody else around us because nobody else wants to enjoy a very like bored slash angry my 7 year old, right? So for us, like the airplane is a survival spot where here's your iPad, we'll save it up, but the difference is we will put on things like whether it's Gabby's Dollhouse, Creature Cases, even Peppa Pig, those sort of Paw Patrol. We will download the movies or the shows on there
Hmm.
and then have access to certain games, right? Whether it's like sight words, reading games, or like even like Blockbuster or whatever with it's like a Tetris style game, right? Uh, the difference is like we're not having to scroll like YouTube or something because I'm exactly like I hear what you're saying about where the demeanor's completely changed on a heavy day where if something's happening, we're busy or whatever it is, and we give her a tablet, but she's on YouTube and just scrolling through that mind numbing like every 1 minute 30 seconds. I want to see a different video, right? Or see her watching YouTube families because there are some YouTube families that aren't the greatest,
What's a
right?
YouTube?
And there's a reason why. Well, YouTube family essentially just like a people I guess like us that are on there, but just filming their entire like life, right? And
I've
how
always
the kids
found
just treat the families.
so weird.
What's that,
I've
buddy?
I've found though like the I've never watched a YouTube family, but there's like this one for a while was on, and I'm like, this is strange, and it's you know, do you man, do you, honey boo boo? I get it, and you can make a living, fine, I guess, but yeah, it was basically this dad just filming his son the entire time, and they would like open toys and play with the toys, and it was like
Hmm.
very obvious the dad would make games out of the toys and then film it, but it just felt like you said their relationship wasn't father son, it was like content creator and son.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
and for me again, do you right? Like there's some people that are extremely successful, and there are a lot of those families out there that do have some good things to bring to the table, but it just doesn't seem like the childhood's authentic, right? Or the lifestyle's authentic. Now, don't get me wrong, they're experiencing things that I'll never be able to experience for sure, right? Which is amazing for them because that's what we want to do with our kids, right? We all want to give them stuff that we didn't have, but filming everything, I think, is it just gets rid of that authenticity of life, I guess, is what I'm saying with that. Um, yeah, but I know, and again, there's like you said, there's parents out there that they might need it for survival, whether there's the kids need it for a coping mechanism or to calm themselves down after a busy moment, or if they're overstimulated, that's fine. But for us, yeah, like I notice a huge difference in her personality. One a day that she's heavy on screen time.
I'll agree with your airport rules that there's no rules in the airport and you kind of go whatever, but I think I want to ask you to shift your mindset a little bit, Josh. You know
Let's
those
hear it.
people do it for you and your wife when you give your daughter the iPad and go nuts on the airplane, because everyone on that plane, you're never going to see them again. And if they're getting upset, being 7-year old, it's because they just assume they were going to have a peaceful ride. Like, mitigate the damage. Don't just let her go crazy, kind of thing, and start screaming and throwing the pretzels at everyone. If they're man, if I hear a crying baby and I hear an adult go, "Oh, who's control the kid," it's like, shut the, shut up. Have you,
Yeah,
like, what do you mean control the kid? Control your reaction to the kid. It's a baby, of
yeah.
course. What did you think it was going to do? Like, do a crossword puzzle? It's a kid. Like, no one likes sitting down. 5 hour flight. What did you think? So
If
it's
I was able to socially acceptable, that's how I would be acting right now.
yeah, exactly. Like I think a lot of
I
people find that barrier for travel because they're like worried that their kid might make a scene in an airport or a hotel or at the pool, and it's like, yeah, no, that is going to definitely happen. It's
yeah.
not, you don't need to worry about the people's reaction to your kid. Like, worry about your kid. Anyone who's concerned about your kid's reaction, like, you're never going to see them again, and honestly, they
Yeah, it's
probably have
fair.
shit on their own shit to deal with. That's why they're upset about a kid. So it's like, don't even worry about their opinion even more.
Yeah. And I'm with you, right? Like, and I always feel for the, especially if like you're on there and there's a parent that's clearly just like going to visit their family and they have one or two kids, right? And it's like, I'll always offer if I'm in the role with them, like, hey, do you need help? Like, I remember like last time I
You,
flew by myself
hey,
just in
you need
October.
you
Sorry.
need parenting advice.
Yeah, that's right. Excuse me. Can I help you control your kids?
Yeah.
But like like when you're on the plane and you see them come in and they're just carrying like 17 bags, it's like, hey, can I help you quick? Like, do you need me to move anything to hold something? And it's so funny because so often like, yeah, ha ha ha, yeah. Do you want to hold my child? Like, sure, right? And then, like, really? And like, yeah, sure. Like, I'll do that. I'll help your bags, like whatever you need, right? I've been there, and you can just see that stress just melt away, right? I mean, last time I ended up hanging out with this little, there was like a baby boy. I think he was like 8 months old. He just sat on my lap for like the first half hour until the parents got completely situated. And they're like, "Thank you so much. Like, we really appreciate it." Like, yeah, not a problem. And just here you go. I'm gonna lean over though and sleep now, and you guys do your thing.
Yeah, yeah. No, don't. There's two types of. There's a couple of types of people, not just two, but there's a couple of types, and there's people like you that'll help, and there's people that'll sit there and like judge and criticize. And as judgmental as I am, I'll never be like, oh man, that kid. Yeah, those parents don't know what they're doing, and people that would say that, like, it don't matter. They don't matter.
No, we're all in survival mode when we're on an airplane.
Yeah, you brought up a cool one. We had a cool one when we were on a hike. We were at like a really sketchy part, and I literally had to help my wife down. Like I came down, and then she hand bombed the kids down to me, and then there was a set of grandparents there that were like, "Hey, we'll hold your baby," because they couldn't put her down. Like we were still on a sketchy little platform kind of thing,
Yeah.
like a little platform. It was rock, but it was platform, and it's like, "Yeah, we'll hold the baby." And I was like, "Okay, sick." And then I helped my wife. Thank you so much, because I don't know how else we would have done this. Like, probably could have put her on the ground, but then it's a risk of her crawling around the platform when my. But yeah, people that help are great. Just be more helpful. That's it.
Everybody heard it here. Andrew takes his infant hiking on death-defying spots
It
and
wasn't
Angel's Landing.
justifying. Just it was, I wouldn't do Angel's Landing, and it wasn't even really that bad. It was just like there was probably like a 4 foot drop and that kind of platform. So yeah,
But yeah, I'm with you. Be the
social
helper.
media. I think I like YouTube for some things, for like animal videos. Again, anytime I can watch tigers and black panthers and be pretend to be a big cat, I'm gonna do it. So if I get the
Be a
excuse
panther,
built,
man.
yeah, if I could get the built-in excuse of doing that with my children, I'll take it. Now, what about putting your kids on your social media?
I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I know that there's so many different like AI things and images could be taken and all that stuff, right? But I mean, I really don't post on my social media anymore. Like when I was doing like triathlons and training for Ironman, subtle brag, I'd post a lot of my training stuff there and times as a motivator to myself and other people were engaging with it. But I rarely will post stuff with my daughter in it or even nieces and nephews, right? I mean, if I'm doing like Snapchat with friends or family, that's something different. I'll post pictures there, right? But to me, like I'm not just because I don't. I would still want to keep their childhood for them, right? And make it about them and not about the social media experience. Because we look back to like us growing up in the '90s when there was no such thing, right? Until like the early 2000s when MySpace became big for us and MSN Messenger and stuff, right? But uh, and I think there's something special about that because we were able to be authentic and actually live as opposed to living, but also trying to show the things that we're doing to make it seem cooler than what it really is, right? Because we all know those people that their life might not be super exciting, and we know for a fact that they're in bed by 9, which is amazing. But then you see their social media life footprint, and it's like they're living the lifestyle of the rich and famous, right?
I think,
I don't know,
hey, I don't know, man. I think the secret to having a cool life is being in bed by 9. The older
buddy.
I
I'm there
get,
with you. I am 100%
the
with you.
yeah, I mean, how about then? How about other people putting your daughter on their social media? Not like in a malicious way, but just like
Yeah.
like
I don't know. I never really thought about it, right? Like you're talking about, like if she's out with her friends and their mom or dad are taking pictures and putting up like, hey, girls' day or whatever, right? I mean, I guess it all just depends and what the scenario is, but I don't. It's not something I've really thought about. Now I'm gonna go on this like rabbit hole on my drive to work this morning. Like, oh my god, my daughter's out there. What are we gonna do?
yeah.
I
And
mean, I know
I,
for
I, I didn't even think about like her friend's parents doing it. I was just more like, yeah, like have you and your wife had a conversation around any hard fast rules or parameters or even grandparents kind of thing? I was just thinking like the boomers on the Facebooks, because they're the ones that are usually getting hit up with all these cyber attacks. So it's just they're a bit more data sensitive with breaching.
you know I just think because a lot of the stuff that any of the pictures she's going on is just like it is just normal childhood things, like whether it's her and her dance group at the dance studio or beach day, those sorts of things. You got to be cognizant too about because there obviously there's no way around it. There are some sick people on the internet, right? So it's like what could this picture be construed as type thing, right? And I know that with us we're really good. Our friend group, where anyone would be like, "Hey, I took this picture of the girls at their play date or on the boat. Like, is everyone okay with it?" Right? And if they're not, you could do the easy, throw an emoji over the face, right? And no judgment. You can't get upset, or if it's just malign another person, that mom or dad are like, "No, I'm not comfortable putting pictures online." Perfect. That's okay. Right? I'm not going to judge you for it by any means because that's your child and this is what you're comfortable for.
You brought up a great point, and that's something else a lot is the either the blurring of the face or the emoji of the face.
Hmm.
Um, but then, I mean, I'll get judgy for a second. Is like, say it's a family photo, so it's the mom, dad, and then two kids, and the two kids have the blurred faces or the emoji faces, and it's like usually the argument is, like you were saying, either the well, it could be malicious people, but I think you just need to do a good audit of who's following you every
Yeah.
now and then. You don't know, obviously, but like maybe you are close with a sicko, someone in sicko mode, but you probably should make sure that anyone who is following you in, like in high school that you haven't talked to in 10 years, like see you later. Like
Hmm.
you don't follow me anymore. Um,
Yeah.
then there's like the whole AI argument. I was like, well, then why wouldn't you blur your own faces out? Like, what's the point of having you
Yeah.
and your face exposed that can get manipulated, but not your kids? Like, I get it, but I'm also like, it should be. It looks weird. It kind of feels like it does. I'm gonna get judgy for a second, and people can get mad at me. I'm on the airplane pointing fingers here, but it does kind of like it feels like it takes a photo. If there's a family photo, I get different kids being blurred if they're not related, kind of thing. But yeah, with kids getting blurred,
Yeah.
it's a
One of
tough
those
one.
things
But
that just
okay, yeah, maybe I should just keep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, this is your spot to vent your opinions, right? I mean, it's just like the someone out on the highway that is not using their cruise control, and you end up passing them, and they pass you, and you pass them back like 3 or 4 times. Has no bearing on your life, but it pisses me off, right? It's gonna make me judge them as a driver, right? The funny
Wait,
things that you don't realize about yourself until you're like a commuting position, you're just like, I don't know why this enrages me. I'm so mad at you right now for not using your cruise control.
and I think I think cruise control was built for prairie life because honestly, those are the only times I ever even I wouldn't even know how to use it until I was doing a couple of those drives, and you're like, yeah, okay.
One other quick one on social media. When do you think you will um, let your kids have their own social media and their own phone?
I don't know that they will, man. To be honest, I think very strongly considering deleting my own so they don't see it. Um,
Yeah.
Me using it when they got to that age. I think, yeah. I don't know. It would definitely be in the double digits, if it happens, and then I don't know. I think maybe it's the wrong thing to do, but just exposing them to the dangers of it first. Not exposing them to the dangers of
Yeah.
it, but like showing them the dangers of it and being like, hey, is this something you want to do? And then I probably have no argument to why I would keep using it either too, because everything I do like to pretend to use it for, like all the constructive and positive things, it's like, well, yeah, you don't need to. Like I would keep the Dads Who Swing account, but then only post that, and then like only post our stuff and never have to do anything else on
Yeah.
it. I think, excuse me, but very very transactional rather than habitual. If that makes sense.
I like that. If you could make social media transactional instead of a bit, I like that. That right there is very enlightening to me, Andrew. Thank you so much. I guess the tough part too. You're like, oh my god, is he complimenting? I think the tough part is, oh hi, is that all of their life is on social media now too, right? And a lot of their friends are going to be on it, and it's like a situation where just last night 9 o'clock comes around, I'm sitting on the couch and I'm just doom scrolling, and there's no point to it. And I literally burned an entire probably 40 minutes just looking at reels, thinking this is funny, and sending it to people that are probably not going to watch it, but and do the exact same thing to me when they're sending reels. Um, but yeah, like it's just that wasted time. And I guess when it gets to a point where my daughter might want social media or get a cell phone, one of the big things that I see with parents and kids, and what I do is making sure that they don't have that phone at night, right? Because like, look at me, I wasn't responsible enough with my last 45 minutes of being awake yesterday, and I'm almost a 40-year-old man. So how can we expect like a 13, 14, 15, 16, whatever, 17-year-old kid to to be like, you know what, I should put this phone down and go to bed so I can have a productive day in the morning tomorrow, right?
Once, and this took me a while to understand food. Once you understand the hormonal side of things, the equation, like what food does to you and what good food versus bad food does, and there is such a thing as good food. Let's not get started down that silliness hole. But if you look at the hormonal response you get from the clickbaits of Instagram and TikToks, and
Yeah,
I put forefront, it becomes putting the phone down much easier. I
yeah,
think that
that's
you
true, right?
gotta
Because they
again.
are being puppeted, right? That's the thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. They want you doom scrolling for 40 minutes. Josh, I
But
can tell
also,
you got a busy room right now.
yeah,
You want to end it there?
I was gonna say one last thing though is when the people too that are responsible for like making and maintaining our social media platforms don't let their kids on it, and they're widely like outspoken when it comes to that. That should also be a telling tale as well,
Yeah, yeah. Of course,
right?
100%. Yeah,
But where are we
rules
gonna get
for
our workouts, Andrew? Where are we gonna get the workouts?
in our brains.
Ooh, I like that.
We're gonna
Creative.
make our own. We're gonna make our own.
But you're right. The boss did come down and give me the sign that we got to wrap this up. So I think it's a great spot to end this.
It is. I gotta finish my clementine. I still haven't finished my clementine.
No, buddy, I've been going
So
at oranges like they're crack upstairs lately. Like I got these real big ones and they peel super easy, which is awesome because if you eat a lot of oranges, you know that there is a difference between an easy
yep.
peeler and a tough one. And these ones are peeling super easy, so I'm loving them. So
Open
you
a you
enjoy
open
that,
a
Andrew?
you open a fruit stand called Peelers, and you get a couple of suspect customers every now and then.
I
I
mean, we
will
did
enjoy
start a podcast called Dads Who Swing.
that. Yeah, that's who peel. I'm gonna enjoy this clementine, Josh,
All right, and you're still Andrew,
and you're still Josh.
and we were just doing dads.
Who's
Ooh, swing.